Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, do what? Go follow me at King Earner official page. We got the Honorable Condis Crispison, we got the sea moss powder, and we got the Honorable Leaf. 10 pounds or more unless you're really under the weather, man. It's 92 of that 102 minerals that your body is made of. Now, I wanted to speak on something tonight, and I wanted to bring it, to the awareness of the people because I'm noticing a lot of individuals that are still taking the leadership and being followers. And when I say the leadership and being followers, you begin to do every and anything that one person that you look up to does. And that's cool and all, as long as that individual is doing the right thing. The person is going in the right, correct path, then guess what? You can follow it, you can honor it, you can actually adhere to it a lot more than you would adhere to a lot of other things. Now, some people are going to say, well, the streets is the streets and, we feel this way. I feel another way. When I see individuals online constantly downing the children, constantly acting like this approach of how they should be in their face on some military time, disrespecting them about what they do got and what they don't got. Let me give you an understanding here. A lot of individuals that's got caught up in the streets, they have a mother and father, but don't have a mother and father. Y'all say, oh, they should have known better, they should this. But if you grew up in a home where both of your parents are on crack, you was born a crack baby, meaning you were born actually addicted to crack, had withdrawals, things of this nature as an infant, and no one ever tells you anything to do that's correct. Nobody says, hey, listen, this is the right thing to do, or that is the right thing to do. So you start doing what you seen going on in your home. If your folks was on drugs, the traffic coming in, whether it was the boosters or whether it was the individuals that were stealing stuff, trying to sell it to your family because they the ones had the drugs. You begin to tap into that and your mentality grasps it. And what happens is you transform it onto the family members and even down to your community. And a lot of people are missed. They don't see that. They don't have an understanding that the same OG that's trying to check the youngin was once a youngin and it was an OG trying to check him. And either way, whichever way it went, whether the youngin took the advice or whether the OG, honored the person accepting the advice, whatever the case may be, we get an understanding that none of it is correct. But we miss the fact that every individual in our community, 9 times out of 10, have been affected by some type of drug. You guys have heard me speak on this numerous of times. And not to get into too much name calling, but I'll just say Oliver North. I'll say Reagan. I'll say Rick Ross. Not the Rick Ross forever, but this other kitten who just tore down the communities and not trying to get no reparation for people that he destroyed with crack. If you don't know, crack was sent here for not just some people, but for our people. It just so happened the margin of how much it cost at that time, they were the only ones that was able to get it first. And what do we do with our mentality, with our slave mentality? We follow the same slave masters that slaved our people. And you know what we do? We'll go ahead and say, I'm going to follow with Beth or with Jeffy or whoever done. And at the end of the day, that causes you your own problems because you know what? You have your own brain, you have your own mind, and you have your own thought process. But you won't let it process because every chance you get, you're throwing yourself under the bus. You're saying, oh man, I'm not worth this. Da-da-da. It ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna go to jail. Watch what's gonna happen. Ba. I know I was that individual before. So how do you begin to correct that? You begin to correct that, but understanding your mindset and adapting to a whole different inhabitant that others aren't a part of, but they are right there in your face. See, that's easy. You just have to block things out in life. And when you block those things out of life, you get an understanding that You can create your journey by staying away from negativity. And what's going on with most of the youngins out here in these streets, all y'all do is tap into negativity. Nobody is mixing, at the least, some good with the bad. Everybody is trying to be bad. And some of you guys were working before COVID. Soon as COVID has, now you're selling drugs, you try to figure it out, but at the end of the day, it puts you in a bad position. And that's what y'all have to understand, that a part of the street life is a bad position. It's always. Then it's a good position. But in order for you to continue to go in that good condition, you got to understand that you have to bring it out of you first by continuing to do what? Not the negative things that you do. Start creating patterns for yourself. When you see individuals in the street, instead of you being an individual that grit or keep looking at a person and being like, what the hell that person looking at? Give them a hello, how you doing today, with an honorable smile. I guarantee you'll get a better feedback. But if you give off the mindset of all the time what's going to end up happening is that energy is going to get matched. When I'm on the streets, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys who watch my channel and say, yo, Erna carries it with honor. Because the first thing I look at is a person's face when I'm in the streets. And if you give me a look of dishonor, I know that handshake has to come with something else. And that's just at the bottom of the line, because at the end of the day, it's about you getting home to your family, right? So how are you going to get home to your family? It's easy. Mind your business. Once you begin to understand the mind of your business, you get the better understanding of that journey and that path, because that's how you get through the journey and the path without getting too many bumps and your bruises. You mind your business. So at the end of the day, when I see individuals continuously trying to talk down on the youngins or talk about what they do, why don't you mind your business? Because at the end of the day, number one, you're not qualified. Number two, there's only certain individuals that can sit amongst those of honor in the circle of honor and have a conversation with men. And that is those of honor. I was just saying to myself the other day, everybody is doing something positive. You got Vizake, he got an honorable situation going on. He's about to be on television. Of course, his wife has everything good going on in honor, and he is a part of helping that business flourish. Then you got little bro with the music. It's just flourishing in the right direction. Then we got the podcast with the Circle of Honor. Everything is going to point in direction. But at the end of the day, we need individuals to tap all the way in. So if you tapped all the way in and you've been here for the 8 minutes and 7 seconds that I've been on here saying and restoring the honor in the correct way, and I know you with me, man. If you made it to this mark, your honor is always intact. And guess what? We're going to keep carrying it together. I'm King Erna from the Honor Your Life campaign. The goal is to do what? Restore honor amongst the people. Everybody want to be a vlogger, a blogger, or an entertainer, or this interviewer, not King Erna. I just want to continue to restore the honor. I never needed help for that, and I never needed to grab a hand to help pull me up, because the law is always there through our King Erna Life and Direct.